Hello and welcome to Johanna's History. Today I'm going to show you how to take a teaspoon and turn it into a skirt hook. What you need to make a skirt hook from a spoon, a teaspoon like this, is a teaspoon, a hammer, a sledgehammer or something that you can use to hammer on, a piece of leather to save the nice pattern on the spoon so you won't make that flat or ruined, and patience. I put a bit of fabric under my sledgehammer so it won't hurt the table. I put a piece of leather on top and then take my spoon, and I want to make this flat so it is very round. If I just take the hammer and hammer on it like this, it will be flat, yes, but it will also break, and I want to avoid that. So I start by hammering on the side. As you see, since I didn't protect it, it is starting to get some marks, but it doesn't matter so much with this spoon. The spoon is started to flatten out here, and I still have quite a bulge closer, but I will get there. One piece at a time. Starting to get even flatter, but still quite a lot over here, so I turn it around. So now it is flat, and this spoon has quite conveniently holes in the end that is decorative, so I'm going to use this end as the front and this end as the back. So I have to bend it, and you can try to bend it by hand, but they are quite sturdy, so take it a little bit at a time. Don't force it too much. And pretty soon you have a bent spoon that will be used as a skirt hook. I'm going to try to flatten this a bit more. So it is a little bit more tight and hold things better. So here you have a skirt hook from a teaspoon. Well, I'm going to make the same thing with this one, and since I like the pattern here, I don't want to ruin that while I flatten it, so I have to be a bit more careful with this one. But I have my leather, piece of leather, and to avoid getting all these marks that I got on this one, I will use the leather on both sides and hammer. So I have started and nothing has happened really yet, so I will continue. And I turn it around like I did with the other spoon. A little to the front, a little to the back. And you can see it has started to get a little bit flatter now. So continue. want to, you can leave it like this with just a little bulge, because you have this flat end anyways. But I will take it a little longer, flatter. So I think I will be quite happy with this. So I have this side that I want to be out, and this side I will bend so it's on the inside of the skirt. But this one doesn't have the convenient holes, so I now need to make some holes here so I can take some rings so I can hook something on my spoon hook. So now I have to change a little bit of the equipment. I won't need this one, and I won't need that one, but I will need a bit of wood, a bit of tape, and I will take the spoon and use the tape to hold it. Like so. I will need a drill. This is from IKEA. You can use any type of drill you have, or a cheap one that works. And I will use a 1 millimeter drill bit that is made to drill in steel. And you don't need it to stick out, so put it quite far in, because since it is so thin, it easily breaks. So the further in you can get it, the better. Since the spoon is quite light, it usually is enough to tape it on a piece of wood like this. So you take your drill and you hold the piece of wood, and then you start to drill the hole where you want it. And if it glides away in the beginning, it's try to just get it back, because when you got through the tape, it will help hold the drill where it's supposed to be. So there we have a hole, and if you want to, you can make additional holes, but I'm going to be satisfied with one. And you do this before you bend the spoon, because it's much easier. So we have this little hole, and now we will bend the spoon. And I want to bend it around here. So you can do it by hand, but be careful, not too much. Just a little bit. Like that. And I also want to make this one a little bit closer. So I take my sledge, my leather, and my hammer, and just give it a little help to bend. So. So how did I do with the spoon? I still think that I have quite a lot of the pattern left, but if you compare it with a spoon that is not been flattened, it's quite good. So, back on track. Continue. See when it starts to fall again. Oh, I lost my spoon. I have to find it. Here it is. Ha. So, well, at least the camera and the spoon stayed this time.